What's going on YouTube? This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with some more figure reviews. Today we're taking a look at none other than Michelangelo and Donatello in one review, and this is actually brought to us by the good folks at Revoltech. Now, these figures are based off the hit TV series from Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so here we go. Now the box, love the packaging. I really do. On this side right here, you have obviously the color of each turtle's bandana right here. You have Michelangelo, you have Donatello right there. You have a nice stylized picture of the turtles there. On the back, you have all the accessories that each turtle comes with. You have some poses you could get the turtles in, and you have the remaining 4 turtles down here. On this side, it talks about how to utilize the Revoltech joint. And here, we're back at the front. It's just a nice window display. Alright guys, let's take these 2 characters out of package and we'll see what these 2 have to offer. Give me a sec guys, I'll be right back. And we are back. We have Mikey and Donny out of packaging. And once again, I gotta say, I am really on the fence with these figures, guys. I mean, I really dig what Revoltech is doing with these figures. They look spectacular when it comes to show accuracy. They just are beautiful. But those joints, man, those joints, and some other things, but we'll get to those in a little bit. The joints really drive me crazy. And I know some people are like, well, Daybreak, it's for the articulation. I get it, but hey, if it was for the articulation, that's great, but don't make us do this crap. You ready? And some other YouTubers have said this as well, and I'm just going to show you guys because I think this is pretty ridiculous. This is supposed to be a super articulated action figure. I get that. But don't make us take off the entire leg, take out a pair of pliers, I guess, turn the freaking joint, and by doing this, guys, sometimes you can definitely snap the joint, which I've seen already YouTubers do, and then be out a leg, pretty much. Why? Because they didn't include a spare joint. Don't do that. Why would you make us do that? I mean, give us something, give us some joints that are going to work without us having to pull apart the figure, you know? Maybe I'm just bashing them for just these little things, but I really can't stand that. If I'm paying $60 for a figure, I expect it to do what I want it to do with little to no hassle. But I feel like Revoltech, they sculpting spot on, paint job spot on, but when it comes to that kind of stuff, they're just dropping the ball, you know? But anyways, that is the major gripes I have with these figures. Actually, there's two more, I promise. But I'll get to those when we talk about the individual turtles and their accessories. Alright, so here we go. First, let's take a look at the turtles themselves. We're gonna switch things up a little. Here is Mikey. He looks freaking amazing. Yes, like I said, Revoltech, you do an awesome job when it comes to the likeness of a character. This Mikey figure looks just awesome. I really do like it. Now, do I like that he's always in this hunched over look? No. But that's once again the joint issue. Now, another issue that I have, and I've already said this for my Raphael and Leonardo figure reviews, he doesn't have an actual neck. Would it have been so hard, Revoltech, if you included a neck piece like you did for Donny to all the other turtles? I mean, come on now. But anyways, likeness, I give this guy a 10 out of 10. I really do dig this look. He looks just like he does in the cartoon. The color scheme is just perfect for Michelangelo, I love the headband. I love his blue eyes that he has in there. And yeah, everything is great. The shell is unique to this character. It's a little wider than some of the other turtles, and the patterns are different. Even when it comes down to this chest piece right here, the little nicks that he has and the shading that he has is different from, for example, Donatello right there. So, sculpting and paint job, I gotta say, this guy is awesome. Now, unfortunately, and this is probably just my figure, you guys see that? There's some paint wear, because when I first got this guy out of packaging, this joint right here, the foot joint, the rotation was stuck, and then when I was able to loosen it up, I saw that it did some damage. But that's probably just my figure, so don't worry about it. Alright, on to Donatello, the brains of the operation. Love how this guy came out. Donatello has the longer bandana, so that's pretty cool. He has those red eyes, which is really, I dig it. I really do. He's a little thinner than Michelangelo, and he's a little bit more elongated, and you can clearly see that he is, especially when you have him compared to like Mikey. Their legs are a little hunched over, but as you guys can clearly see, Donny, his legs are more hunched over than Mikey's here, but you could clearly see that he's still a lot taller than Michelangelo, so that's pretty cool. I also like this piece right here because that's show accurate, even these little nicks that they have. And like I said in the past with Michelangelo, the chest here is different as well. The color is clearly different, as you guys can clearly see, so that's pretty cool. The back of his shell, once again, is a lot narrower, and when it's compared to Michelangelo, once again, wide, narrow. And the shell, the patterns on the shell is a little different too. His is a little smaller, his is a little wider when it comes to these right here, and that's that. So that's pretty cool. I really do dig the sculpting of these guys. Now, let's take a look at their accessories. So, we'll start off with Michelangelo. Michelangelo comes with, first of all, a unique head for Michelangelo, and this is just perfect. When it comes to Mikey, you need a face just like this. So, there you have it. You get you get a pair of nunchucks right here. Obviously, because he's Michelangelo. If he didn't come with nunchucks, there would be some serious issues. But real chain, which is just spot on, and the paint job on these are just awesome. You then get this awesome effect piece right here. It looks like the cartoon. It looks like Mikey is swinging his nunchucks away. Now, one gripe I have with mine, and I'm not sure if it's all the figures are like this, but for me, it's definitely a problem. This joint right here, the peg, is a little thin, so this does not stay. So I've already had this come out. I kind of glued it in, to be honest, so it's pretty stiff in there now. But when I first got this thing out of package, I should have shown it to you then. I was having too much fun with them. Let's see if it'll come out. No, it's okay right now. But if you have the same issue, I highly suggest take a little bit of glue and just glue this thing in, because it will come out. Mine, just as soon as you put it in, you just went like this and it just came out. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I really dig this effect piece. I wish they gave you two. Now, it does have a little Revoltech joint right there, so you can have this in any pose you like, which is quite awesome. Alright, the last thing you get with Mikey is obviously the New York City sewer top with this little effect piece. I really do like how they incorporated this. It wasn't needed, no, but still pretty cool that they included. Mikey comes with the one-way signs, and the Revoltech joint is right there. Alright, so on to Donny. Donny comes with, first of all, we'll take a look at his head because it's amazing. I love it. Bam. That drooling, oh my god, April is so hot, or cute, or adorable, or whatever. That kind of expression. Now be careful, guys, because this piece is a hard plastic piece, so you could definitely snap that off. Be careful when you're putting the head in. So, there you go. To go along with this face, you get this piece right here. The whole, oh, my heart is beating out of my chest. Literally, it's super easy to put this on. You pull off the head, put this on, and put the head back on, and there you have it. So that's pretty cool. Up next, you get Donny's bow staff. It does have a little peg here, so it could peg in the back of his shell, or you could peg it into his hand, so it's not going to go anywhere. So nice sculpt work, nice paint job, spot on. He comes with a second bow staff, but this time, yes, you guys can clearly see that he comes with this one right here with the extra blade on top of it. Now, it probably has a name, this weapon, but I don't know it, so I'll just completely, yeah, don't care about it, whatever. So, there you have it. And lastly, you get with Donny, once again, the same old sewer cover or lid or whatever you want to call it, and this fire hydrant. And I really dig that they included the Revoltech joint. That's pink instead of the black, because if it was, it would obviously, people would obviously be like, oh, that's weird. But they kept to the color scheme, so that's pretty awesome. Now, when it comes to the paint job and all that stuff, it's spot on. I really do like this. But will I be using it? Probably not. Not in my displays. Okay, so guys, you heard me say that I have two complaints about the accessories and whatever. Here are those two complaints. So, like I said, this piece right here, it might have just been mine, but this hole was too big for the peg, so it kept sliding out. That was one issue. The second issue, and I'm sure other people have said this on YouTube, it's this. I love how they did the nunchucks. However, first of all, the chain, it seems like it's too long. If it was just maybe 1 or 2 links shorter, like that, I think that would have been more accurate to these this size of a character. Now, the next thing I really don't like is the fact that if you're going to give every turtle a peg hole, Raphael had a peg hole, Leonardo had a peg hole, why in the world would you not give Mikey a peg hole and a peg for this thing? Why am I saying that? It's because, yes, these fingers are articulated, but they can't really grab the nunchucks too well. If you try to move this a little bit above, you're going to see that it goes like that. Now, maybe it's just mine, but I don't think it is. If you want to have Mikey hold his nunchucks with these two both in his hands, then you're not going to have any problems. But once again, if you try to have Mikey with his nunchucks like this, you're going to have some issues. The second thing I have an issue with are these holders for the nunchucks. I've heard on YouTube that, hey, mine's too wide, mine's too narrow, it won't go in. Guys, or Revoltech, why couldn't you just put a peg on these nunchucks, allow us to have taken this piece off by a peg system, whatever, and then us being able to tab these into place and then put this cover back on? I mean, why? Would that have been too much to ask for? I don't think it would have been. You're just drilling holes and putting a little plastic piece here. Would that have been too much to ask for? Maybe it would have been, I don't know. But seriously, that really is annoying because, for example, mine, they won't stay in. Both of them. I've heard, like, for example, Pixel Dan said one of his is okay while the other one isn't, but mine, none of them are. If I put them in, they just slide right out, so it's just like, what the hell? Why did I pay $60 for something where it's gonna have so many just problems? So yeah, that's just the other two issues that I had. But other than that, like I said, I am digging the turtles. Maybe I hope they give us a shredder or Master Splinter. Who knows? We'll see. But overall, not bad. Now, real quickly, guys, I just want to show you a quick pic of, or a quick segment of the turtles all together, and then we're gonna call it a day. Guys, if you haven't seen if you want to know how these joints move, here you go. It moves like this, which is weird. This is a ratchety joint here. It's more than 90 degrees. The fingers are on the Revoltech joint, so it's X like that. Be careful, because if you snap these joints, it's pretty much game over. The neck can go up that far, down that far. The bandana is on the Revoltech joint too. If you take a look at the back here, you can shift his eyes, which is a cool feature. Mine's a little stuck. Yeah, mine's stuck. I'm not gonna even bother. So that's that. He does have a crunch because his shell is split into two right here. And then for the legs, the ratchety Revoltech joint there. Oh, that, you see, that would have definitely snapped. For some reason, my joint is like that, so if I kept pushing it the way I was, it would have definitely snapped. So that's that. And then you have the rotation and everything for the foot. So there you have it. That is Mikey. Let me just get all the other turtles and then we'll call it a day. Give me a sec, guys. Alright, guys, and that's a wrap. We have the 4 brothers here ready for battle, ready to take on Shredder, the Krang, whoever, and they look freaking epic together. Now, yes, I do have my complaints about the figures, but overall, NECA, not a bad job. Hopefully you can work on your joints and some of the issues that I was telling you guys about. Now, real quickly, just want to show you something. Some of you guys probably noticed as soon as I posted the video or started this video little segment, these are not the nunchucks that Mikey comes with. Now, I find that the NECA turtles, Nunchucks, they are a little bit on the big side, but you can actually have Mikey hold on to these. So that is, it looks a little bit better in my opinion. Why? Because he's able to hold it and it's not just like kind of sitting at some weird angle, and you could get him in some dynamic poses. If you could take out some of the links and make it like that, I think that would be a lot nicer, but this will do for the time being. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't gotten your own set of these turtles, pick it up if you're okay with Revoltech. If you're a new toy collector and you don't know really how these work, I don't think these are the right figures for you, honestly speaking, because the joints are very finicky and whatnot. But if you guys know what you're doing and are okay with the Revoltech joints, by all means, these are not that bad. Alright, guys, well, until next time, guys, this is Daybreak748, and I'm signing out. Peace.